Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 36 of the Cross Media Show. Today's topic is our review of Mortal Kombat. And before we get into it, if you're watching this on YouTube, give us a like and subscribe to help support and see more great content like the Marvel Mondays Initiative, the Penultimate Conquest podcast, and my show, Anime Nation. Also, reminder, if you have an Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, which gives you one free Twitch subscription a month. So, think about giving us that sub. If you missed out on any of this week's content, check our website, thepenultimateconquest.com, and check out our VODs, and even see a schedule for the rest of the month, which has finally been updated. And now, your host for this episode will be me, Ryan, the host of Anime Nation, and I have some lovely guests with me today. The host of Stats on Stats, my boy, Richie. How you doing, Richie?
Oh, that's me. I'm pretty good. Trying to get all that quest experience.
All right. The man who somehow voted Avengers his number one game, the Mad Lad, Anthony. How you doing, Anthony?
Hey, I'm doing good. It's great that this is gonna just stick with me now. I love it.
It's your curse. It's a curse. And for the first time, they are a filmmaker and streamer. Welcome, Kale. How you doing, Kale?
I'm doing great. I got my happy juice.
All right.
Let's be
Before we
happy
get
about
into
it.
this review, we're gonna just do a little bit of just some housekeeping, some light housekeeping. If you missed it, check out this new week's episode of the Marvel Mondays Initiative, our MCU Rewind and Review, Iron Man Review, the most recent Stats on Stat episode, The Words of Pangea Online, with the author SL Roland, currently on YouTube. And we finally have a merch store, so definitely go check that out with some amazing artwork done by Mary Kale Coney. Go check her out on Instagram at mkrc.art. And now let's just jump right into this. With
Do it.
initial thoughts, what do we think of this movie? Anthony, what do you think?
As a fan of Mortal Kombat, I had a bit too high of expectations. I did not expect this new character to be as involved as he was, and so we will talk about that more. But I was surprised at how good the special effects were. The fights were fun. A lot of the characters they did a good job with, and so I enjoyed it overall. I feel like it could have been better, but we'll go with that.
All right. Richie, what about you?
Personally, I thought it was a very fun film. I had a good time watching it. I not really too many complaints, but there are some stuff that did rub me the wrong way with the overall story, but we can dive into that like Anthony said later. But overall, fun, entertaining, 2000 or 2 hours ish, give or take, of a movie.
Kale, what about you? What do you think?
This was fucking garbage. Like it was.
Damn.
I thought it was a straight trash fire. Although I will say it's the perfect plane movie because I watched it on a plane. So, like, it was for my flight to Denver to Las Vegas. It was just enough time to watch this, and made me forget that I'm in a giant metal tube with probably a bunch of disease-filled, horrible people, which were mainly my friends. So
Hey, whoa. I'm in Colorado, so
Well, he was
we're
talking
not
about
that bad.
so
it's the plane.
oh no,
The plane specifically.
the plane.
Oh, okay. You said Denver, and I was like, hold up.
No. The state's not bad. The people that I know are nasty, and then also we were going to Las Vegas, so it's not like the greatest.
Oh, yeah.
Not the greatest cluster of people gonna go to Las Vegas from Denver at what was at 11 o'clock at night. So
yeah, not. All right, and then I'll give my impressions, which is a complete stark opposite of Kale here. I thought this movie was fucking fantastic. It was what I wanted from a Mortal Kombat movie. Mortal Kombat is fucking stupid. It has always been stupid. It's ninjas, it's Hollywood people, it's a guy with metal arms, a fake Flash. Yeah, it's going to be dumb. So if the fight scenes work, they give me the gore I want. They give me the violence and the dumb references that I'd noticed throughout the entire thing. It made me happy. as a Mortal Kombat fan, it made me happy. Now, if I'm looking at this just as a movie, if I have no reference to Mortal Kombat, oh yeah, this is a fucking dumpster fire of a film. Especially the pacing of it. It
Oh
was
God.
Mhm.
0 to 100 real quick the entire time. Did anybody else have any problems with the pacing?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with you, Richie. What was your problems with the pacing?
So the first 10 minutes of the movie was great pacing. You know, we had Hanzo with his family, which in the years 1617, I think was the timestamp we got. And I was like, oh, how are they going to do that? Okay, that makes sense on how they're doing this. But like from the moment we see Hanzo going down to the river, and then Baihan coming in and just wrecking the whole
Mhm.
pretty much village, and then Hanzo finding his family and then going down to fight Baihan, perfect pacing. That fight, it felt great. And it's once we get to the modern day that it just kind of like jumps ahead so quickly. But it's roughly right around the time they get to the temple where the pacing actually feels to be better, but still
Mhm.
not as great.
I definitely do think the middle of this film is the strongest. I think the beginning and the ending are really fast paced and odd.
I,
Did
mm.
did anyone else have any problems with pacing?
Yeah, like I mean, just it very much like when like basically the end of the second act was like there's like only 30 minutes left. I was like, how are they gonna tie all this up in 30 minutes? Oh, they're just gonna murder everybody. That's it. Yeah, so it was very like the middle was just a little bit too long for me. Or I guess not really the middle, it was the beginning was because pretty much everything is just uh the Zero Act or like the prequel stuff with Scorpion and Sub Zero. I enjoyed that fight a lot. But like when when it's UFC characters not in the game, has to go find Sonya Blade, and then like all that stuff was boring, and then Kano shows up, and like you're just like, just show me Kano for the next 3 hours, and I'll call this a good movie, please. And you know,
That is actually the perfect segue into what our thoughts on the cast, and god damn did they cast Kano so fucking well. Like,
the,
he
the
is my
best character in the whole film.
all-time favorite Mortal Kombat character. He's the one I play. I've played him since 2. He's my favorite character. So for him to get the amount of credit, screen time, and just be just as Kano as possible was
Mhm.
fantastic.
He
But
was
let's talk
playing
about
a
some of the other
beauty.
cast. What was your thoughts on this cast, Anthony?
Uh, I think we're all in agreement that Kano is great, and he was a big savior for this movie. I also really enjoyed. Oh no, not Liu Kang, the hat dude. I just had it.
Kung
Oh
Lao.
wow.
Yeah, Kung Lao. I really enjoyed him and his brief existence. I really enjoyed that character. Uh, I thought Sonya Blade, the actress for that, and like the way the character was
Mm.
written and how it was acted, I did not
Oh.
enjoy that as much. I very much,
Whoa.
yeah. Uh,
Oh.
I don't like
She
when
was
they
literally
make,
doing her best.
yeah, but I don't like when these movies make these female characters like the mother figure, where they're like, no, we can't do that, or we can't, or like they're complaining a lot, they're trying to control what people are doing, that sort of thing. I want everyone to be, because it's a dumb, stupid fighting movie. I want everyone to be dumb, just ready to fight, and just not be so complainy and all that sort of stuff about it. And so there was that. I thought, is it Jax from
Yeah.
Supergirl? He was the actor from Supergirl. I thought he did
Mhm.
surprisingly
Oh,
well.
that's right. That dude's from Supergirl. I forgot.
God
Yeah,
Brooks.
I thought Jax was fantastic.
yeah, I thought he was good.
Especially once he figures out how to use his arms and he's fighting
The little
Renko.
baby arms at first.
And he's not like punching like,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
my arms too small. I can't hit the
I
sandbag.
thought that was the dumbest evolution in the movie. I was like, are you fucking serious?
Yes, yes, it was.
My superpower would be Buffy arms. Instead of giving me the nice metal arms from the beginning, I have to earn
My
them.
Arcana's arms.
I was like, are his arms supposed to be just a part of the Guardian suit from Supergirl? That's my thoughts.
No.
That's what he looks. That's what he looks like with the suit off now.
Yeah,
is he
he's
has
just like,
robot arms.
Oh
Mhm.
god. Oh god. I think it's time we really get into that. Yes, a lot of this cast was fantastic for what they were, especially like Sang Soon. I thought they did really well. He was an evil wizard, which Sang Soon is an evil wizard.
I love that
so,
actor.
so I wanna bring up a few things before we move on, real quick.
Mhm.
Jessica McNamee as Sonya Blade was perfect casting. She
Okay.
looked more like Sonya Blade to me than Veronica Vaughn's actress in the 1995 version looked. And also, I love her in the show Sirens. If you have not watched that, it is a great series.
My again, I'll give her this. She did a better job voicing Sonya than Ronda Rousey did in 11. Because
Oh God,
that
that's
is
just bad. It's
Wait, I thought she
really
was Cassie
bad.
Kane. Wait,
No,
I thought Ronda
N-
Rousey was Cassie Kane. She
no,
was.
no,
Oh,
she was
she was Sonya
Sonya.
Blade. Like, go back and play the game, and like,
no,
just the
I don't.
interactions are
I've
bad.
never played 11. I've stuck to 10. I
Mm.
I'm not gonna.
10's
I
a
just didn't
better
want to pay the
game.
money
11's
for it.
got a fun story.
Okay, yeah, I'm waiting for that one to come to Game Pass eventually, like
Oh, you know
10
it
did.
will.
But yeah, no, she was really good at just like dumping all that exposition in that one scene before they
Mhm.
met Kano. Like she was very good at that, and like made me believe like, oh, she actually researched this. That's why she's doing all this
Mhm.
exposition. And then, but it was so stupid. It's like, you know what? Why don't you go? Why don't you? We're going to train. Why don't you leave? Go hang out with your dead friend. Like,
Yeah.
what? Just get the fuck out. Get out. It's like,
So,
okay, dude.
Oh god.
but yeah, Josh Lawson as Kano like definitely stole the film, especially the dinner scene.
Oh my god, yeah. The
I,
dinner
I
scene,
That
any
was the
scene where
best
he was
ever.
on screen was just the best.
like the way he goes after Kung Lao
Mhm.
and calls his hat a sombrero. I actually spit my drink out. I was taking a drink of water, and next thing I know, it's all over my curtains.
Oh god. We've been jumping around we've been being around the bush a lot. We need to
Yeah.
talk about Cole. We haven't the
Just
main character that we're just believing isn't in this film. I've noticed.
yeah. We're
Uh,
beating around the bush, much like this movie beat around all of our bushes for almost 2 hours.
a bit, a bit. What do we think of at least the actor who played Cole in their role? Then I think the next topic will be we'll jump into our opinions of Cole.
I think he did a good job.
For
I'll say
what
he
he
didn't do a
was,
bad job. He made me believe that he was definitely insert character, like insert personality, because
I
I
love
didn't
when I
feel
get
his
to create a
personality at all.
character in a movie.
Yeah, I mean he's the Bella Thor. No, wait, who's Twilight Girl?
Uh,
He's the Bella.
Kristen
He's
Stewart,
the
Bella
Twilight
Swan.
Girl.
yeah,
Bella Swan. That's it. He's the Bella Swan of Mortal Kombat.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I know my
Anthony,
Twilight characters.
you got anything to say on Cole's acting ability at least of Leo Strong?
I mean he was what whoever that alien asshole in Deadpool 2 was. Uh, so and so he's a good actor. I just you know he didn't have like any strong convictions. He's like oh my family
Mm.
my sister daughter, I got to protect her. Um, and then
Alright.
and then like abandons them and then like eventually goes back to them. So like
There's no way
I
for us
didn't
to
feel
live
like he had
without
that much
this.
convictions.
So I'm just throwing up the spoiler warning now for the rest of this.
Oh, oops.
We're
Sorry.
going to full spoiler this now review style because we need to tear into this fucking film, especially Cole. And there's no way to do
Oh,
that without spoiling it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, let's just get straight into this. Why the fuck wasn't he Johnny Cage, and instead they made him Scorpion's long lost relative?
I'm
That
actually excited that they didn't pull him being a Johnny Cage and they're like, oh, Johnny Cage is my stage name. If they would have done that, I'd have turned the fucking film off right then and there.
I would
I
have
was
rather
like,
had that than this weird
no,
connection to Scorpion.
Like, yes, I thought that was stupid as well, but I thought it was better than the plot twist. Oh, Johnny Cage is just my stage name. No, I want full on Johnny fucking Cage. Okay, I want the
Right? Yeah.
stuck up douchebag, pretty boy actor. That's what I want. Which I will say my fan casting for that later.
Yeah, no, I'm glad it's not Johnny Cage, but like they should have just like given him an actual character. Like they could be like the secret Scorpion origin, like the power is passed down through generations to generations of being Scorpion, not like he's armor guy. He looks like a what the fuck?
It looks
Do you
like a
remember?
2017 Power Ranger.
Yeah. Do you
Hey,
remember
well, that movie
was
wasn't
it
bad either.
The Man with the Iron Fists or whatever, that movie that RZA
Oh,
directed with
yeah.
Russell Crowe and Dave Bautista? Remember
Yeah.
Dave Bautista's character? That's literally what his skin looks like. Is Dave Bautista from Man with the Iron Fists or whatever it
Yeah.
was.
Was that Idris Elba in the first one, or was that because they made a couple sequels to that film, and I'm trying to remember
Did they
which
make
one I saw.
sequels to that? It was. I just remember Russell Crowe was in it. And then Dave Bautista was in it. I don't know if Idris Elba was in it or not.
I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
No,
I just-
RZA
and
was
it was directed by RZA.
RZA. Yeah, RZA was the main guy. Okay,
RZA.
Yeah,
for some,
from Wu-Tang Clan.
yeah, and yep, Russell Crowe, Lucy Liu, Dave Bautista, Brass Body. Yeah, let me get a picture of this. Holy shit! Oh my god, it's Cole.
It is.
I
Like,
don't
I was
like
like, why
this.
is this the man with the iron fist all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Like, what is this movie?
Anthony, what do you think of the character of Cole and the inclusion of a brand new character into Mortal Kombat's movie?
I very much feel like this was the studio being like, I don't understand what this is, so I'm gonna put something that I do understand, so at least I can understand what's happening in this movie. And then they didn't consult with the people that create Mortal Kombat that they own. Like they literally own the creators. They could talk to them at all, but no. We're gonna take a generic MMA guy who wants to help his family by abandoning them and make him the focal point, and then his superpowered thing is whatever action figure thing they want it to be.
Yeah, is it
Which
that
makes
he
no
has more of
sense,
his
yeah.
energy and shoots it back, or does it just make him have those blades come out of his
Yeah.
arms?
Exactly. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
is it Black Panther or is it something different? Like, is he the new Black? Is he new Black Panther?
but when like with there's in the beginning of the movie you establish there are two clans, and it's not just one guy that can make ice and one guy that can make fire. Presumably, like in the source material, there are other people that can make the fire.
Mhm.
If he also, why did it take so long for his bloodline to manifest in the modern day? Like, what?
That
Why
was
is
a
it him?
huge plot hole.
Yeah,
Like,
But and then
Oh,
when they have Scorpion in the movie, but they don't have him like talk to him, train him. Like there's like no vision quest. I'm going to teach you how to do the fire
Right.
thing that I could do. None of that. He's just there.
he's just a nightmare.
And
He's his
yeah,
nightmare.
it's so pointless. They don't need this character in the movie at all.
No, it was. I mean, yeah. Other than like, we're gonna bring back this ghost of
Mhm.
your great 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 uncle or great grandfather. I mean, it's just like,
Mhm.
wait, what?
and
Why?
something I wish they did, especially in that end fight where they were fighting together,
mhm.
is when Scorpion goes for the classic Scorpion fatality of the skull. I wish when he unhooded, it was a full skeleton head, just because
Instead
he's
of like
been in
the
hell
ripping
all that
apart.
time instead of it ripping apart and then growing back. I either wish it stayed that his bottom was now just skull,
That's what
or
I
it
was hoping would happen.
because I'm like, you need to show that he's just been chilling in hell for the past 500
Mhm.
years.
At the end of the movie, when Scorpion and Sub-Zero are talking, and the actors have to remove their face mask thing, these are fantasy characters. Why can't like fire dissolve and ice dissolve, and they could talk,
Mhm.
and then it could dissolve back.
No, we need to throw we did
Ugh.
not need a close up of the weird rubber helmet thing you
Yeah.
had him wearing. I'm like, I don't need to see that. That looks really bad without him wearing it. So please don't give me this shot.
No, they ran a CGI budget. Sorry,
The budget was
they
spent
spent
on
it all on
Jackson's
Cole's
arms.
suit. Yeah, on Jackson's arms, they spent it all on that, and then on Goro's death scene.
All right, if
I thought Goro looked really good in the film, though.
Goro looked fantastic.
Oh,
I mean,
he
there
was.
there's some bad CG. Goro was not one of them.
No,
No.
Goro. I was so
Yeah.
worried when I saw the first trailer for this movie, and I see Goro jumping in the air, and I'm like, Goro's has to be all CGI, and that's going to cost a fortune. So either he is never going to be seen other than like standing next to like Shang Tsung as his final champion,
Mm-hmm.
or they're going to actually go all out. And they went all out with him. I'm very happy they did, because that fight scene was the only good part of the entirety of Cole's suit, was him fighting Goro and slashing him open. But any one of them could have fought Goro and slashed him open.
Is Goro
Yeah.
the Gorilla Grodd from season 3 of The Flash, where they just spent all their CGI budget and then the rest of the season sucked?
A bit.
Pretty much. There's some okay. I mean, the Void was probably the best set piece in the whole movie.
Yeah,
when they go to the fucking Void.
there's something that, as a Mortal Kombat fan, I'm sad they didn't use, and that was in the Jax fight, where he was fighting Renko, and instead of having Jax, don't get me wrong, the fatality of him breaking the dude's head open, awesome. But they were fighting in Outworld on that stage where if you uppercut them, they land in a bunch of spikes.
Yeah.
You could have used the stage fatality there. I think that would have been really fun, just camp kind of shit. That would have been
Yeah.
cool. Especially for a lame ass character they decided to bring in with Renko, who was in only Mortal Kombat 4. Sweet. I'm glad an Armageddon
Oh my
character
God.
made it in.
The best Mortal Kombat character ever, please and thank you.
All right.
He has a fucking hammer.
Yeah, I'm like, sweet, you got a hammer. That's helpful. It's bad. It's so bad.
The hammer was worth it, though.
Oh, but guess what? There's somebody with a hammer, and this is going to lead us into our next topic. What do we expect from a sequel? Because they're gearing up for one. There's hints everywhere that a sequel will come.
Okay. I had this exact same thought with 2017 Power Rangers. If they fucking Green Ranger my boy Johnny Cage, I'm gonna be really pissed off.
I forgot you just see his jacket in there.
No, for Power Rangers, but that poster at the end where they're
you
like
see Johnny.
And it's like we just see his, his biceps, his belt, and dangerous Cage. The most fucking basic Johnny Cage.
Hollywood.
It's not what's in Hollywood, it's who. And then it's that fucking poster. I was like, yeah, give me Jensen Ackles.
That's who you want.
Oh, that's who I want. Either him or Ryan Reynolds.
That would be pretty good.
I stand by that The Miz, the WWE wrestler, should play him. And
I'm okay with as well. Those are my 3 picks.
Whose day rate is higher, The Miz or freaking Jensen Ackles? Like, who's going to cost more?
Yeah.
Because we know Ryan Reynolds is going to be super expensive, so they're not going to have a Goro CGI budget if they...
Hey, he's already worked with Warner Brothers. He should be good.
You owe us for Green Lantern. Wait, what?
Yeah, it was your fault.
That movie saved your career.
You're only alive because of Green Lantern.
I do hope the actual tournament shows up, though. Like, I do want the actual tournament, and the other Sub-Zero, the Sub-Zero we know from the main games now, not Baihan, but
isn't it like a Luhan, something like that?
It's a relative of Baihan.
I would love for the next one to be a full in-out world tournament. They go there and you have to do it for the next villain. I know you have Shang Tsung still powerful, but you have to do Shao Kahn. You gotta.
I don't even want it in Outworld. I want it on Shang Tsung's island and then have it lead into Outworld where
Mhm.
for the final battle where it's Raiden versus Shao Kahn or whoever.
I definitely think you need to do the classic of Liu Kang versus Shao Kahn type style, bicycle kicks, fireballs, all that kind of thing.
We didn't talk about
Wait.
that. Liu Kang's actor was fucking amazing.
That's why we didn't talk about it. He did
Oh
a really
yeah.
good job.
Oh, that
Hey,
like
we're only
so
here to
many
shit on
actors.
this movie. Let's not talk about the good things.
No, I'm here to talk about the good things.
Oh, don't worry. I actually have that will be coming up. But
Yeah, no, he's like, yeah, especially like as a teacher type person, like
I thought he did great.
as a teacher,
And then he just also he
teacher
looked
type.
good during the action scenes and all that.
Also, the fuck you to the people who just spam abilities.
Yeah, it was good.
You gonna sweep the legs again?
No, it sweeps the leg, jumps up, punches him.
Anthony, if there is a sequel, which I'm guessing there's going to be, what would you like to see from it?
I would like Cole Young to die at the beginning of the movie, like Megan Fox did with Transformers. That would be great.
Did she die though?
No,
She's never showed up. There was like whatever.
We're
They
gonna
replaced
her.
Poopy dog him.
They replaced her. I just wanted her to go
broke
away.
up with her and dated another model.
Just
Yeah.
wanted to go away. Just wanted to go away. That's all. But
All right.
outside of that, obviously we're gonna get Johnny Cage, and he's gonna be all green and mystical, presumably.
He'll just
Unless they decide to change
he'll
that.
kill Cole. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Cole like breaks into his house and he just punches his head off and he's like, "Oh shit!" And then the mark transfers to him.
He just dies when he goes to
Right,
recruit
why
Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
All right. So I get where you want this to go.
Outside of that, I'm glad that they've established their silly rules with the curse mark thing and the tournament rules where Rain can't intervene unless he decides he can. So I don't want any more setup unless it's for like a villain, and I want if it's Shang Tsung to be established more and to have more of a presence. I'd be happy with that. If they want to go on into some of the other characters, that'd be great. I just want more fights and less world building that they feel that they need to do because Mortal Kombat isn't that complicated, but they made it complicated. So just smooth over that, a bunch of fights, special effects, and that's it. It's not. I'm not asking for much.
Give me Ermac.
Mhm.
Give me more ninjas.
Noob Saibot.
Ermac, Smoke.
Well, didn't the
Joker.
actor? God damn it!
Oh, could Jared Leto in the? Could Jared Leto be in the
Oh,
next
yes,
Mortal
please.
Kombat? Please,
Yes, please.
please, please.
God.
WB kills the Snyderverse in Mortal Kombat.
That's the sequel to Zack Snyder's Justice League is Mortal Kombat 2. Oh, please.
Oh God.
That's what. So it's not on Earth; it's in Outworld. That makes so much sense now.
Now the Apocalypse verse makes all the sense in the world.
Yes.
It's Darkseid versus Shao Kahn.
Release the Snyder cut of Mortal Kombat, please.
Give me a
All I'm
4-hour
here
Mortal
for.
Kombat movie. I'll watch it.
Yes. Give me the 4-hour Kano cut, please.
Oh my god.
All the outtakes. Just all the
Just
outtakes.
to,
Just all the outtakes.
I want to see this. I want to see the behind the scene footage of when it's the dinner scene. Like, I want to see how many takes that took because he couldn't keep a straight face.
Up laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, and even the looks that Sonya and Cole give each other when he's just going on his tangent. I need that.
So good.
Yes.
From there, we think we've done where does the story go, and how do we think this movie did? Like, because it's in this weird era of digital HBO style things, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think this movie did well enough for it to get even a sequel?
Yeah, well, I mean, it. I can look at. We can. I'm gonna look up.
I'll look at the budget right now.
It's so hard to
Yeah.
find these things nowadays without box office numbers.
It's already made $72 million worldwide, so it is, and
The
What
budget was
budget?
55 million.
But we have to
Okay,
keep
so
in
it's
mind pandemic era budgets in
Mhm.
terms of what movies make now in this era. But
yeah, but it's I mean, technically it's kind of profitable now, just based on box office grosses alone, and not to
Yeah.
mention it's probably high up there with it's probably below the Snyder Cut as far as the most viewed HBO Max movies.
Well, I
Well,
bet Kong's probably number one if I had to make a guess.
ooh.
Probably they haven't released that. It was I forget what there's something above. I don't know if there's something above. I thought there was something above Wonder Woman, but it goes Wonder Woman and then the Snyder Cut, and then
Snyder
I
Cut's
would say
that
Mortal
high.
Kombat
That
after that.
surprises me with it
A lot
being.
of people
Yeah,
wanted that movie.
Oh, I know a lot
it
of
was.
people did, but it's just also
Yeah,
a 4 hours Justice League cut.
but
So
also
I don't.
Wonder Woman was not that great, and so
Oh, we've
it
we've
waned and
established that.
waxes. But
Yeah, but
something
yeah,
to kind of consider is the amount of conversation this generated online as kind of a way for Warner Brothers to kind of track interest, because when Mortal Kombat came out, it trended consistently throughout that weekend. And
yeah, it was a
Mortal
big
Kombat
pop.
and Justice League and King Kong are not the only movies they've put out on HBO Max. It's just those are the only ones that people are talking about, and Mortal Kombat especially.
No one talked about Tom and Jerry, and I'm
Yeah,
upset because
a
Tom and
lot, a
Jerry was
lot of
good.
other
I'm
things
not.
came out which
That
no one
movie
cared
does not
for.
count.
No, Tom and Jerry was a
That
good
movie
film.
doesn't count as a real movie.
It was a
It's
good
not a real
movie.
movie. It's not real. It doesn't exist. That was a fever dream you had.
Probably because it was right around the time I got my first COVID shot. So
Oh yeah, that's
Nice.
what you
Yeah.
did after that. I forgot.
yeah, I went home and I watched it. I was messaging Ryan. I was like, "This is actually a fun film." That's probably
Yeah,
why I
it
enjoyed it.
wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but like, I don't, I'm not a big Tom and Jerry fan in general, so
Oh, I
of
love
course
Tom
I
and
enjoyed
Jerry.
it more than the regular cartoon.
I still have my VHS copy of Tom and Jerry and the Magic Ring on VHS. I got from Blockbusters. So
Ooh.
yeah.
All right.
Well, you're gonna get late fees if you don't return that.
Oh, I bought the film when they were going out of business.
Oh,
Or
oh,
R.I.P.
oh.
So I
R.I.P.
bought a
Block
VHS
PC.
tape in 2008.
Wow, they still have VHSs at your Blockbuster?
Yeah, I lived in Indiana. It was a weird time.
Oh, okay, I get it. I
But
get it. I
Yeah.
get it. I get it.
All right. Anything else anyone wants to talk about this film? Any other topics?
the
Again, the
fighting.
best. Yeah. Wait.
All right, yeah, we can talk. Yeah, that's actually a fun one. Favorite fight scene
Okay.
in this? What was
Oh,
everyone's
that's
favorite fight scene?
oh shit.
We'll give you a second. Anthony, what was yours?
I really enjoyed the I guess the temple fight. I didn't much care for the one female character that showed up that one time, but
Oh,
I liked getting to see
Aquila,
the
the flying one.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
Empire Bat?
her. I thought her.
Flawless victory.
The Liu
Oh.
Kang doing his thing was very fun. Seeing the speedster go around do his thing, that was very fun. I enjoyed Kano having his laser and him enjoying that. Jax had a lot of fun in that fight scene. So that was probably fun overall in terms of just getting to see everyone. And then was it Kung Lao with the hat? That was like his one his one big fight. And I love that character, so that was my kind of favorite area of the fights for this movie for me.
I liked his teleporter when he teleported with the hat.
Mhm.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, no, his hat. I wish they used his teleportation more,
Mhm.
but it was cool. Richie, what
Especially
was
when he
your
like
favorite?
wedges it behind Sun King.
Mhm.
That's hard for me to pick just because like I had a lot of my like favorite Mortal Kombat characters in this film.
Mhm.
So I think definitely the beginning fight with Hanzo and Baihan
Mhm.
was beautiful. It was an actual stretched out fight where I could follow everything. It didn't feel rushed.
Mhm.
The Kung Lao fight felt a little rushed, but it was so fucking brutal and I loved every second of it. And
Yeah.
then I liked the fight with Sub-Zero and Jax at the beginning. Or well, I guess 30-ish minutes into the film. But overall, like I was just like, that's an okay for him to lose his arms that way. I mean,
I
he
mean, he
didn't
gets
die
them
from
ripped
it.
off anyway, so it's always
Yeah.
how it goes.
Well, I never really know the actual origin of how he loses his arms. I thought he either loses his arms in war or
Oh no, he always gotten them ripped off during the tournament.
okay. It's been a while since I've actually played like the main story of like the earlier Mortal Kombat. I usually just stick with 10 or 11.
Yeah.
But I would have
alright.
to say the Sub-Zero fight at the beginning with
It was really good. I'll give you that one.
because I mean, when you think of Mortal Kombat, who's the big fight you always consider? The two main badasses.
Scorpion, Sub-Zero.
Yeah. So for them to start the film with that fight, great way to start the fucking film. After that, it's kind of a miss.
All right, Kale, what about you?
So my two favorite fights both involve Kano. I love when he fights whatever that invisible lizard is.
Reptile.
And then Reptile rips his heart out.
Yeah.
He's like, Kano wins. And then I really like the Sonya
beauty.
the Sonya Kano fight where she's under the floor fucking stabbing him in the legs.
I mean, sometimes dirty
It's
tactics
so
work.
beautiful. Yeah. Just every moment of Kano, especially when they like let him go. He's like, hey, I know where that fucking temple is. And they're like, where is it? And he's like, it's like 30. And then when they fly in, they're like, oh, where's the temple? I think it's like 32 kilometers away, maybe 36. Like, like they have to walk for like half a day because he doesn't know exactly where it is. But he's like, oh, I know where that is.
It's in the desert somewhere out here.
I used to run guns for that temple. Like, no, you didn't. There's people that live there. You've never even been there. What?
It's only a coincidence that Liu Kang shows up.
What did he kill Sonya?
I've been
What did
searching
Sonya
for
Blade
you.
kill him with? I could never figure that out.
It was the garden gnome that he spit. No, she stabbed him in the eye in his laser eye with a garden gnome.
Oh, that's right.
That he spit on
That's what it was.
an hour earlier.
Gnome. My
We-
brain
we-
was already
he stabs him
turning
in the
to gush and mush by that point. So I was just like, oh, she stabbed him.
Yeah.
Gnome's
No,
rule.
it was the one clever thing in the script. Is a callback?
It was a callback.
It was so good though.
It's a callback.
I think for me, I'd have to definitely go with, honestly, the temple fight between, God, what's her name now? Matira, I believe is her name. Natira and Kung Lao, where he just using the hat. It's such classic Mortal Kombat brutality, and it
And
was
that
great to see.
shing
Yeah,
at the very end. That was
And-
perfect.
Flawless victory.
the flawless victory is what. Anytime somebody ended a fight and they said a win quote, that may have been my favorite part of the whole film. Cause I'm like, this is so dumb, it's good.
I definitely feel like they did Kung Lao super dirty though. Like I was not expecting him to die that quick. I was expecting a lot of deaths, but I was not expecting him to die that quickly.
He always dies super early.
Well, yeah, but normally it's actually in the tournament. So I'm wondering if they do the tournament properly, who's going to take his place?
Honestly, I could see him being brought back through Shang Tsung using his ability, because we didn't see it in this, but he has his ability to transform into people's souls he's taken.
Oh, as a
I could
revenant or
Yeah, I could definitely. Well, nah. Just when he just uses it to transform his body, because if he has your soul, he can just use it. So I could see that in a fight scene with Liu Kang turning into Kung Lao and being like, "All right, but can you fight your cousin? Can you fight your brother?"
oh, that was also heartbreaking. Where where Liu Kang's just like, we were supposed to die together.
Mhm.
That's always been the point. It's like, fuck, man.
Also, they did Raiden surprisingly well in this. A character we haven't talked about because he's only used as a plot device, barely a character, but as a plot device.
He's no Christopher Lambert though.
No,
No, he is no good.
but there could only be one.
They can truly.
So when it
yeah,
comes
I didn't want to say it.
when it comes to Raiden, I don't ever like picture like a certain, I guess, aspect to him. because he's a
Mhm.
god of being, so I can picture him taking any form. So anytime anyone complains about the casting for him, I'm like, I can't really. I have no complaints. Like I didn't mind Christopher Lambert. I didn't mind the actor who played him in Legacy. I didn't mind the actor here. I always pictured Raiden as a guy with blue eyes and a nice hat.
Lovely hat.
Nice hat.
Such a nice hat.
Such a super hat. Such a super beautiful hat.
Oh
Like
god, hell of a hat.
hat goals. Kung Lao and Raiden hat goals.
And surprisingly, this didn't just like the movie, it went by. This went by real fast, and we're already too. Our final thoughts. So, Anthony, any final thoughts you want to give on this film?
The fights were fun. A lot of the actors did a great job with their characters. Not all, but there were a lot of good performances that surprised me and I enjoyed. I'm excited to see most of them reprise their roles, hopefully, in a sequel. The plot, they made it more convoluted than it needed to be. It was literally just a tournament, but they made the weird curse mark sort of thing going
Yeah,
on
I'm
with it,
like,
which is fine. I guess that's how they wanted to do it. Uh, the soundtrack, I was expecting more of the Mortal Kombat theme to appear than like the one or two times it did. Um, and yeah, that opening segment with the two ninja clans fighting, that was great. I really love that. I They could have done that and then maybe done a more cohesive version of this as a sequel, but that's okay. But yeah, I liked it enough, and hopefully they could get their act together in a sequel,
if a
tighten up
sequel
the
comes
script a little
out,
bit.
would you watch it?
Probably, yeah.
All right, that's good enough for me. All right, Rich, final thoughts.
Overall, I thought it was a fun film. I don't think it was probably the greatest thing ever made, even as a Mortal Kombat fan. But overall, it was a fun hour and 42 minutes. I really enjoyed it. I felt like the time did go by pretty quickly, but that's also due to the pacing. Cast, fantastic. I wouldn't change really any of them at all. Fight scenes, just what I wanted. They were exactly what I wanted.
Mhm.
And Simon McQuaid, don't fucking Green Ranger me, man. Don't. Give me a sequel. Give me Johnny Cage. But yeah, I would say if there is I'm definitely gonna watch a sequel regardless because I really like it. I would, whether it's an HBO Max or going to the theaters and see it. I'm definitely gonna watch it.
All right,
Uh-huh.
awesome. Kale, what about you? What's your final thoughts on this?
Um, I mean, if you have HBO Max, I mean, you might as well just watch it. It's better than half the shit you've probably watched on Netflix. So, um, but
Disney.
yeah, get a new director,
Yeah.
get a better stunt coordinator. Um, I mean, in a post John Wick world, like the fight scenes did not need to look so like they were going through motions, pretty much.
But
Um,
you got to get those combos in on the controller.
get a stunt team that can figure out how to translate that from the game to the screen is all I'm saying because it's not the worst fight. It's not Iron Fist, but I mean
Yes.
it's not John Wick, and John Wick should be the minimum that you guys do now
Mhm.
because that's the new standard. But yeah, just I would say get a little bit more because the guy who directed this this was his first feature.
Mhm.
Maybe get someone who's directed a few more features. Maybe someone who knows a little bit more about action and stuff. Um, but other than that, yeah, just I mean it's worth a watch. It's not the worst way to spend a 2 hour plane flight. So yeah. And I like I'll definitely watch the sequel, much like how I watched every Saw movie sequel. I'm just curious to see how the story goes.
Okay.
All right, I guess that leaves me with as a Mortal Kombat fan, I think this movie was fun. I thought it had the Mortal Kombat feel, except oh god, why did you put him in this? But the characters felt right, the campy dialogue, all of that. It was real fun. I thought the fight scenes were fantastic and really well done. Again, You did Goro well, which I never thought I'd see Goro on a screen, so just for that, I'm happy alone. I definitely watch a sequel if one came out, but only time will tell for that one.
Yeah.
And with that, we get to the end of this where it is time for plugs. Anthony, what are you plugging today, and where can people find you?
Digital Encounter on YouTube and Twitter. Take the E off of Encounter. I'm working with some of the group here to do D&D at the end of the month. So if that's something you're looking forward to, you enjoy D&D, we're going to start that here at the end of the month. So get excited for that.
All right.
I love Dippin' Dots.
Rich, where can people find you?
They can find me at Rich Dolphus on Twitter and Twitch. Also, they can find me here on the Penultimate Conquest for the random appearances I do, and also Stats on Stats.
Nice.
All right. Kale, what about you? Where can people find you? And what are you up
You
to?
can find me on twitch.tv/KaleDellWriter. I'm working on YouTube stuff, so Kale Del Writer on YouTube. That's not gonna be for another week though. Still putting that together. And then follow me on TikTok because I make some cool TikToks at Kale Del Writer on all my socials: Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram.
All right. Awesome. And lastly, you can find me, the host of this, at Ryan the Lion 3055. God does that. That's fine. On Twitter and the other socials pretty much too, for mostly anime hot takes. That's usually what I'm here for. And you can find me on this channel tomorrow for Anime Nation, where I'll be talking Mugen Train, the Demon Slayer movie, with my
Ooh,
good pal Ruben. So
that's hot.
thank you all for listening, and goodbye and good night.